so lucky to have her on our team this year because last year she was our main focus and we had to stop her.
Thanks to Mara Freelon, a part of that Texas Tech team that took down Virginia Tech in the second round of the WBIT. But now the Hokies have her on their side, and she's in the starting lineup here. As the Hokies wear the white, Chanticleers in the teal. Under the hoop, that's Harris swinging out into the corner. Grady coming off of a great game for the Chanticleers. Driving inside, great defense from Freelon as the shot clock was falling down. Mackie Nelson from the wing. She's got it.
Off to a great start this year.
Kevin Patterson looking on in his fourth season as the head coach of Coastal Carolina. Went to the WNIT last year. Made it to the semifinals of the Sun Belt Tournament.
Then she went to Wisconsin, but they stayed in touch, and here she is at Coastal.
Here comes Wenzel right to the square and gets the layup to fall. Here comes Wenzel commanding the offense for the Hokies. Daly drives, shoots, gets the roll.
Mid-range, Bailey.
Paige Bradley, a former TCU guard. Swings it down low to Houston. And a good feed. Makes it 11-4. And off back to Nelson. Cuts. Wenzel for three. Yes.
Yeah.
This was a team that basically practiced before this game and only played 2 nights ago.
Yeah, a quick turnaround.
Kristen Williams trying to heat up for Coastal.
Virginia Tech's done a really good job defensively.
Inside, lob to Freelon under the hoop and an and one.
Found Freelon on the block. Nice lob over top. Play through the contact.
Williams pump fake. Here comes Louder on the left side under the hoop. Here comes Carleigh Wenzel running the point for Virginia Tech.
Yeah, Jimenez got banged up on that offensive foul that actually wasn't on her, but it was on the screener. It looked like her fingers taped up.
Good bounce inside, loose ball. Peterson finds it.
Yet another turnover.
See if Virginia Tech can capitalize here as Wenzel goes with an entry lob. Karis Baker finishes with the left hand. Enjoying this one. What a feed, Mac.
Yeah, high post, low post. Baker with the seal and the finish.
Baker at the top of the key. Here comes Wenzel, another three. Carleigh Wenzel, as well as the rest of this Virginia Tech team, staying red hot, up 18. But meanwhile, the Coastal Chaos starting to work a little bit more, quickly scoring. As Coastal tries to put a supercharge into its offensive output here. Virginia Tech going coast to coast. Mackie Nelson. Played a lot as the 5, as the center for Virginia Tech, but even she was really, truly a forward.
Yeah, exactly. Coastal this time goes to the 2-3 zone.
A bit of a tough sight for Virginia Tech as she gets back on defense up against Harris. Here comes Grimes, gets it to go off of the glass. Feed it out to Carleigh Wenzel to knock down a 3 there in the first quarter as the Hokies put up 30 in the first. Carleigh Wenzel will get her 5th assist, and Karis Baker knocks down the mid-range.
Long and athletic.
Averaging almost 9 rebounds a game for the Chants. And as that goes off of the glass for Grady.
So I think they want all their games to be not pretty, if you will.
Here comes Jimenez. That's pretty as she goes right to the glass. And on that, gets called with a foul.
You see him and
Coastal with back-to-back buckets here. Virginia Tech not wasting any time with an outlet to Baker.
The Hokies don't mind playing fast.
Trying to get something done from beyond the arc, but has really added a lot to her game since she first got to Blacksburg. Here comes Daly. We've only seen 3 threes attempted for the Chanticleers so far.
Yeah, and I think that's due to Virginia Tech's defense.
Meanwhile, the 3's falling from Mackie Nelson. That's her 2nd of the game.
That was one of the questions coming into the year. Would she be a consistent three-point threat?
Comes another 3. Kristen Williams trying to heat it up for Coastal. Wells now. Dribbles off a screen. Karis Baker able to knock down the 3.
There you go. You were talking about her trying to find that touch.
If Karis Baker is able to get back on track with a 3-pointer.
Yeah, if you've got 4 players and sometimes even 5 that can shoot from the perimeter.
For someone to cut inside, instead hands it off to Bradley. Meta, step back three. Good.
Yeah, nice little baseline drift. Got the wide open shot, but here come the Hokies, 5-on-5.
Bounce into Freelon, trying to get her going, but instead it's too hard off the glass. Houston tries from three. Back-to-back threes made for Coastal and Virginia Tech. Southwest Virginia.
Trailer coming down, floor spread.
Calm those fires just a little bit here in the second. Inside, what a feed. Another dime for Mackie Nelson, and Freelon finishes. Harris Baker wasn't ready. Gets the ball back. Wenzel's wide open for three and knocks it down.
No surprise.
Virginia Tech did a great job recovering there off of the defense inside on Harris Baker. Grady has to stay with the ball. Bounce inside, and the block is there. An exclamation point defensively for Virginia Tech coming from the junior Baker.
Because it's more like a Gamecock kind of thing.
Right.
But yeah, you're probably right.
I think so. Mackenzie Nelson with a beautiful mid-range there.
And could see that Wenzel was going to come open off the down screen.
And as to short defense has been strong for Virginia Tech. Hokies have only hit one field goal here in the second half. Here comes Wenzel, make it two.
Coastal's had some opportunities, but they haven't been able to convert much on the offensive end either. Just 4-3 here in this third period.
Here comes Grimes, great move.
You can see where that would be good in transition for them as the season goes on.
Lob inside, Houston through defenders, gets the layup off of the glass. Far, they are actually leading the Hokies here in the third quarter, 8-4.
Kenzie Grimes, Tracy. 5 seconds difference.
Jimenez makes a good move, pops a mid-range, nothing but net.
That was a nice crossover move right there. Got just enough space for the mid-range.
And a steal. So Kristen Williams pickpockets Virginia Tech, and now the Hokies.
She's a little dog who thinks she's a big dog. She's lightning fast and fearless, and you saw that on that pickpocket and layup.
That Kristen Williams, he talked about it with us yesterday, the fact that Jimenez drives. Another great play for the Wisconsin transfer.
Yeah.
Field goal for the first time in a long time. And they can potentially get a defensive stop here. Instead, it's Houston who finishes at the rim for the Chanticleers. Yep. Virginia Tech has gone over 8 minutes without a field goal made. Can't snap it there, but Daly gets the offensive rebound. There, the streak is.
Paint. They've done well in that regard.
Here comes Grady and one. Baker thought about the three for a moment. Instead, lobs inside Freelon. Cross court to Wenzel. Down the baseline, feeds Freelon, rattles home.
Call is bang bang. It's so hard to call.
Yeah, 4 fouls. Nelson goes to the bench with 10 points. Houston lays it up with the left hand. In front of her hometown crowd, suffering. Deciding they're cold from three, not going to take it. Harris Baker igniting the heat for Virginia Tech. Hits the tray. Bradley backs it out, and that basket does feel big. Getting this Hokies crowd a bit more back into it. Williams lays it up, and the guard gets it done. Back in this one here in this second half.
Yeah, again, good drive, protecting the basketball, going against a very quick defender. And they talked, Coach Pedersen said, you won't believe how fast. The little dog who thinks she's a big dog. I love that from Tamara.
Freelon pivots and hits another mid-range. Back-to-back buckets on consecutive possessions for Virginia Tech. Bradley trying to answer, and she does.
Too late on the closeout. Freelon doesn't get there in time. Page
trying to get it to single digits. Houston, who's been hot all game, loses the ball. Harris Baker gives to Wenzel. Commanding the floor, Carleigh Wenzel, and one.
Transition. 2 people in the lane. Never got.
Now the Hokies lead by 14 and aim for the dagger here. Daly, another mid-range. Freelon snatches away the rebound. Carleigh Wenzel thought about the three. Harris Baker takes it. Baker, such a talented and pivotal part of this roster for Virginia Tech. This wasn't getting it done from three-point land, able to do so today. Meanwhile, here's Freelon. Meanwhile, it's Bojangles biscuit time as the Hokies.
And the schedule is fixing to change coming up here, Bailey.
Yeah, have to play Niagara in the next game as Karis Baker picks away a steal. Pivots, hands off, Mackie Nelson right there. Grady, Houston, lost the ball. Wenzel tiptoes the baseline.
And this one is ending like it started. Turnovers.
Hokies improved to 4-0 on the season. After a rocky third quarter, came back with a statement fourth quarter and finished this one off 82-59.